came a little bit late, but I want to thank everyone that took out their time to be here. You're welcome to this episode of our wildlife fly and workers. So today we are discussing about nature vitae, nature vitae vitae X, nature vitae X, nature vitae X. On one view every time. On one view. So if you just joining, you're welcome. If you just joining, you're welcome. That's all do. True, okay. True Australian. I was very active then. 6 months. Well, that's 6 months ago. 3 years ago. True Australian. All right, for so this class, we previously talked about the tiger the last time. So for the course of today's classes, we'll be discussing the ending part of the tiger, which we never talked about previously. So if you're just joining, you're welcome. Endeavor to double tap on your screen and like the live section. Thank you very much. So here is an interactive section. Please do well to use the comment section. Drop your views and tell us what you think. We are already planning an adventure to go for a live zoo very soon. When we get there, we'll be streaming live. Before then, I will try to broadcast everything on this channel as well. So that for those of us that are very intentional about seeing a live animal in the West, how Africa wildlife and stuff like that, we will be broadcasting so endeavor to be active. So if you just joining, you're welcome. If you were here in our last live section, we discussed how tiger is unique. We discussed how the stripes on the body of a tiger, no stripes are the same. We also talked about how they map their territories. Okay, so this was what we discussed in our previous classes. So we also discussed how their tongue is very sharp. Okay, so we left from that and proceeded to this image you are seeing on your screen. If you are seeing this image on your screen, please endeavor to double tap on your screen, like this live. You can see that symbols there, the love, the smiley emoji. Endeavor to tap on it. It enables the algorithm to recognize our channel and enable others to join as well. So if you just join in, please tap on your screen and like the live. As we proceed to this class, we'll be discussing about the elephant. Somebody type elephant in the comment section. If you're here and you're active here, you're watching this live, please tap and write elephant in the comment section. Elephant is boldly spelled on your screen. The first picture you are seeing there is the elephant. 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 Somebody type elephant on the comment section. The comment section is open for everyone. There is no restriction. Okay. Somebody type elephant in the comment section. We're waiting. So we proceed. Elephant. 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 Thank you very much. So moving ahead, elephant. Yeah, elephant. That's what we're talking about. Moving ahead, we talked about. We'll be talking about what an elephant is. What is an elephant? If we may ask, what is an elephant? What exactly is an elephant? How do you identify an elephant when you see it? Some people don't know how to identify various animals, but they just know that, oh, look at that animal, it's big. Oh, look at that animal, it's very huge. Oh, look at that animal and this and that. You get. So most people don't know how to identify it, but they just know how to describe it. But if you're not describing it properly, you might end up passing up the wrong information. Okay? So let us take a proper look at the first animal on this screen. So The first animal we are seeing there is the elephant. You say an elephant is the is the biggest animal that lives on land in the whole world. An elephant is the biggest animal that lives on land. Can you imagine that? On the whole world, we're not talking about aquatic animals, we're talking about land animals. Other land animal is bigger or heavier than elephant, except the whales that are in the ocean. Those ones are different. But talking about land animal, hmm, elephant is the biggest. Elephants are mammals just like you, just like dogs, just like cats. This means that baby elephants drink milk from their mothers. Okay, baby elephants they drink milk because they are mammals as well, just like you, just like dog, just like cat. That is the initial description of one elephant. So moving on, elephant has been living on Earth for a very long time. They have been living on Earth for a very long time. This elephant will get me from here. A very long time. Elephants have been on Earth for a very, very long time. Although they can be gentle with their bodies and they also have a kind heart. You remember we talked about elephants being mammals. Okay. What if someone asks you, what does an elephant look like? What are you going to say? How do you respond? What will you answer? What does an elephant look like? How are you going to answer that? What does an elephant look like? Do you know what an elephant looks like? Can you identify an elephant once you see one? An elephant is like a big, tall basketball hoop. An elephant is as big as that. Basketball hoop that you have to jump. You have to jump. Because how you get to that place. That's how that's how big an elephant is. And it can be as tall as a bungalow house, a normal house roof. Elephant is as big as that. It's not as small as you see it in the TV and elephants are very big. Oh. Ha, they are very, very big. Elephants. Ah, they are too big. So now let's go to the parts of the body of an elephant. Let's identify the parts of the body. Part of the body I talk about is the long trunk. The long trunk that the long is the first part we are talking about. So, what is the trunk of an elephant?
If you look at the picture very well and they ask you to point the trunk of an elephant, where will you point? Where will you point? To have a picture of an elephant before you. I'm sure everybody's seen this picture of an elephant before them. And you are asked to identify the trunk of the elephant. To point the trunk. Where is the trunk of in an elephant's body? Do you even know? Okay, even if you don't know, or even if you know, this live section will enable you to understand better. Okay, so that is why we are here. We are here to do that. The trunk, you see that long, the long part that is like nose, that is very long. That is the trunk. The one in front of it that is like a nose is called a trunk. And you see that trunk you're seeing there. You see that trunk we are seeing there. That trunk has over 40,000 muscles. Over 40,000 muscles. Trunk we are seeing that is in between the two white horn. That horn is called a tusk. We'll talk about that the next part. We'll be identifying parts of this elephant bit by bit to make it very easier to understand. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section. The comment section is very open. Please make use of it. I encourage everyone to make use of the comment section. Drop your questions. If you are not understanding, please say. If you think I'm too fast, please use the comment section. Okay? It's free. You're not paying it. All right. Moving on. Moving on. The trunk can pick up any tiny leaf or lift up any heavy object. Something that have 40,000 muscles. Ha. It can lift a car. The trunk of an elephant can lift a car. Hmm. In case you don't know. It can also pick up tiny somethings. Elephant can use it to smell. Yes. Drink. Eat. Spray water. And even say hello when you go to amusement park or this game reserve, recreational centers. And you happen to see elephant, you understand how big it is. These are some of the things that you're supposed to see at least once in your lifetime. Try to make out time to go and explore these areas. It's a very interesting journey, very interesting thing to do. Explore the areas at your free time. So moving on to the second part of the elephants, we are going to talk about. We are already done with the. Now we know what the the trunk, elephant trunk is all about. So if you look at the picture, what are you seeing? No, just focus on the elephant. Oh, ear. You can see the big ear of the elephant. Very big. Their ear, once they flap it, oh my god. No matter how hot you are, you will feel the breeze. Can act as a fan. That their big ear. Another thing you can see at that picture is what else can you see in the picture? The tusk. What is tusk? Tusk, TUSKX. The two tusks. The one that's acting like a horn, one at the right and one at the left. The long white teeth. That tusk is very hard. Not all elephants have it. Uh, all elephants have it, but not all elephants have big tusks. Some of their own are very small. Some might not even have it at all. It's only matured elephant that have this tusk, very matured one. Not all of them has it. So they can use it to dig. I've seen a documentary where an elephant used his tusk to, I don't know if that lion actually died. He used it to injure that lion so bad. Elephants are very big. Oh. The lion was so scared of his life. That situation, the lion was so scared of his life. So yeah, tusk is very strong. Okay, you can use it to dig, fight, and lift things. So another thing we can see in that picture is the strong legs. Look at the legs of that elephant. It looks like roots, like the back of a tree, like one big tree. Oh my god, look at the legs. Can you look closely at the legs? The first one, two, three, four legs. Four-legged animal. Those legs are so big. If elephant match you with that leg, oh my god, you are condemned. Look at that. Elephants are usually gray or dark. Elephants has gray or dark skin, and these their skin are very thick. Oh. According to research I made one time, attacks because of the thickness of their skin, you can barely penetrate it. You can barely penetrate. That's why they are easy to defeat lions or other prey when they come for an attack. Because before you penetrate, you will use the leg kick you. Before you penetrate, you will use the trunk fling you. Before you penetrate, those in tusk use to enjoy you well. So just that is very thick. Elephants cannot jump, but they can swim. You see one unique thing. No matter how heavy it is, it cannot jump quite alright, but it can swim. An elephant can swim very well. But no matter how heavy it is, can you imagine that? It can swim very well. But there are different kind of elephant. I'm very sure elephants are not common in the Midwest. In the Middle West, they are not common in North America. But there are different kind of elephants actually. Different kind. But I know of three kinds of elephants. I know of three kinds of elephants. I know of the African, the African forest. Yes, African forest elephant is one of them. These are elephants that stays in the forest. These ones they're a bit smaller. They live in thick forest. These ones are wild animals, so you can't even. They will chase you. Like it's like I've not even seen an elephant chasing somebody. Elephant will chase you. You have to run. If you encounter that kind of elephant in the forest, oh my dear, that will be a story for another day. They don't know you. What are you doing here? Leave here now. That's what those elephants are going to tell you. What are you doing here? Oh, you came to look for trouble, right? I will abuse your fundamental human right for you. Leave here now. Leave here now. They will chase after you. Don't joke with those elephants. That's African forest elephants. Those ones. Don't joke with them. They have they have the one. We have typical rainforest and the savannah rainforest. Abi? No, normal savannah forest. Yes, African savannah forest. I know of African savannah forest. You know of African. Uh, it's like one is African. I know there are three. There are three kind of. These other African savannah forest. These ones, the elephants, they are bigger. In fact, I feel like they are the biggest. They're the biggest. They are the biggest ones, and they are the ones that live in all those open grazing environment. These ones are even more friendlier than those typical forest elephants. Oh my god, don't even go there. Hmm. These ones are much more bigger, and they are the ones that they hunt for their tusk because it's very expensive. And you see all those traditional rulers, chief priests, and hosts holding the tusks in their hand as a form of authority. Back then they used to hunt for elephants and bring that tusk to the king, and the king will give you a royal position or a royal office because it's not easy to hunt an elephant. How would you penetrate it? Do you know how many spears? Oh no, their skins are very thick and it's very difficult to penetrate them. And the smallest one is the Asian elephant. Oh no, Asian elephant is very very small. It's smaller than. It's not. When we say it's small, it doesn't mean it's very small. It's still as big as an elephant that it is. So when we talk about the Asian elephant, it's not as big as the other ones. Okay, African elephants usually have bigger ears compared to that of that Asian elephants. Asian elephants they have smaller ears, and they don't really have big tusk like those African elephants. So most of these ones they live in some part of Asia, others live in some part of Africa. Is it that there's something peculiar about Africa and Asia? Africa and Asia are supposed, and they don't even have any boundary in common. They're supposed to have a boundary in common. There's supposed to be a boundary whereby from there, if you leave that African country, you can directly move to Asia country, or you move from Asian country directly to Africa because they have something peculiar in common. So, how were they able to move elephants from Africa back to Asia? I think some part of Mumbai they have elephants there. They have elephants there. They leave. They left the middle belt. the Europe, straight that's where they had to have another species of elephants. Hmm, that's interesting. How does an elephant live every day? What do they eat every day? How do they survive every day? How does an elephant survive every day? Elephants love family. They live in group, and a group of an elephant is called herds. Herds, man, herds. So a group of cows is called what? A group of cows going together. They are called what? If a group of elephants are called herds, a group of cows are called what? They live together and they are called herds. The herd is led by the oldest and the wisest elephant. They call her the matriarch. The oldest and the wisest elephant is called the matriarch. The oldest and the wisest elephant is called the matriarch. Elephants lost family. So the group of cows is called what? Of cows going together. They are called what? If you are just joining, welcome. So, as we are saying, we said elephant love family. They live in groups called herds. The herds is led by the oldest and wisest mommy elephant. She is called the matriarch. She knows where to find water and food, and she keeps everyone safe. Baby elephant, mommy elephant, auntie elephant, sister elephant, brother elephant, all of them will stay together. Nobody will leave and go and start their own family. No, they are all family are united. So try to live like an elephant in your house. Make your family united. Daddy elephants often live alone or in small boys group when they grow up. Elephants are very smart. They have excellent memories. They remember friends and places for many years. Elephants are very smart. They can feel sad when a family member dies, and they can show care for one another. They talk with rumbles, trumpets, and even by making vibration on the ground that other elephants feel with their feet. That is to say, their feet are very, very sensitive. Elephants love to play, splash in water, and throw dust or mud on their skin to protect it from the sun and insects. Why that is being said, we'll be calling it a wrap for today's episode of Wildlife Documentaries. It was very lovely having you guys around. In our next episode, we'll be discussing what does an elephant